everyone on Long Island has continued to answer the call for help, especially everybody who's with us today and everybody who was part of this event. Today, our leaders in the insurance industry have raised more than $85,000 through their network, and they had an event here right before ours started, and many of you came over and joined us. And over $525,000 has been raised through this celebration. We are incredibly grateful to our title sponsor. For over 11 years now, Bethpage Credit Union has been our title sponsor. They give so much, so let's give them a round of applause for their generosity. For myself, as the chair of our board of directors, it's been a privilege to work alongside an esteemed group of 50 individuals who all work to ensure that our home, Long Island, is a community of people that cares for one another all the time, and that's just continued to be constant. They work across sectors including education, economic development, finance, labor, energy, transportation, and civic engagement. Our board at the United Way of Long Island is at the forefront of transforming lives. I want to thank you all for your volunteer service. Board members who are here, if you could raise your hands up for a well-deserved round of applause, I'll ask you for that. Thank you. We also must sincerely thank our host committee with special recognition for our co-chairs and United Way board members. Howie Dickstein, Assistant Vice President of New York Claims for GEICO, and Barry Levy, partner at Rifkin Radler. I saw Barry before. Howie and Barry, if you could please raise your hands for recognition. I want to thank you both for your commitment to making today's event successful. Through your efforts and the whole committee, the impact on families and our community partners is significant. Thank you so much for that. When an industry comes together collectively to support an organization because they believe in the mission, that speaks volumes. I mentioned the Long Island insurance community before, and they've been supporting the United Way of Long Island for over 25 years. Through its annual gala, they've raised over that time more than $5 million. Many of the LIIC members have joined us today, along with co-chairs Gloria Gargano of CNA Insurance and a United Way board member, Mary Mondrick of Travelers, and Maria Thomas of the Freelander Group. Those co-chairs, would you please raise your hands as well so we can give you a well-deserved round of applause. In 2020, we had 3 fantastic honorees all set and ready to be recognized for each of their philanthropic efforts. Then obviously the world changed, but we're back here today. So first, I'd like to ask Ed Palesci to please join me up here on the stage. The Anthony J. Stapori Memorial Live United Volunteer Champion Award is given to an individual or a company with a distinguished history of volunteer service. Giving back to the community has been an integral part of how First Long Island Investors operates since its inception more than 30 years ago. First Long Island believes that serving our community is their responsibility. Leading by example, their senior team members are all active volunteers and fully engaged board members in many, many organizations. They give of their time and their professional expertise to make a difference. So let's congratulate First Long Island Investors and Senior Vice President Ed Palesci.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Beverly Lee Wua. Okay. The Live United Corporate Champion recognizes an outstanding company and its employees and their ability to mobilize and enhance the community. Founded and headquartered on Long Island, the Bountiful Company has a deep commitment to helping individuals lead healthy and vibrant lives. As a leader in health and wellness, along with their philanthropic vision, they've developed outreach programs that bridge the gap between eating nutritious foods and living a healthy lifestyle. We're joined by the Bountiful Company today because they've been instrumental in leading their mission. Is there somebody from the Bountiful Company here? Thank you. Next, would Noel Girolimo join me up here? The Live United Labor Champion Award recognizes the dedicated efforts of an association whose members employ and promote union labor and who are compassionate and dedicated to helping better people's lives. The Suffolk County Police Benevolent Association takes pride in serving the community. They get behind food drives, they participate in walks and runs to raise funds, they lend a helping hand to veterans as well as active military members, and they support families and children of fallen heroes, just to name a very few of the many, many services they provide and events they become involved in. We're recognizing the Suffolk PBA for their impact in the community. In attendance with us today is the president of the Suffolk County PBA, Noel Girolimo. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So congratulations to all of our honorees, and thank you, all of you, for joining us today. And then we're noting, since you, our honorees, have been the honorees from May of 2020 all the way up today, you now all have the recognition of being the longest serving honorees for an event like this. So congratulations again, and thank you all for coming.
How about another round of applause for our honorees, the PBA, the Bountiful Company, and First Investors. Thank you for what you do for Long Island. Look, the United Way can be doing lots of impactful things, but if we don't get the word out to the community, we can't reach the people we're trying to help, and we can't get the funding we need to keep those programs running. Thankfully, we have a great communications team here at the United Way. We also have great media partners in Newsday and Cablevision. Here to talk more about that, please welcome United Way Executive Board Member and veteran Long Island media executive, Paul Fleischman.
Thank you, Dave. Now, we all know that this pandemic has reminded all of us how critical it is to have a trusted local source of news and information. The lessons that we are learning through this pandemic could not be more powerful. Misinformation costs lives. Trusted information saves lives. As Long Islanders, we are really lucky to have two world-class media organizations, News 12 Long Island and Newsday, totally focused on providing us with local information that we can trust. And today we're thanking them for the solid work that they continue to do. At News 12 Long Island, their reporters stepped up at the earliest stages of this pandemic, and they have delivered a steady stream of information on every aspect of COVID-19 and its local impact. Notably, every morning at 9 a.m., and I watched it this morning, News 12 Long Island airs a program called The New Normal. And they started this program last year, and it continues every weekday, featuring local experts answering audience questions on topics from medical to financial, mental health to family matters, education to business. The New Normal is hosted by the very capable and very popular News 12 anchor Elizabeth Hashagen. Every morning, Elizabeth skillfully balances the questions and advice, providing a very useful and sometimes even life-saving flow of trusted information. Elizabeth is a smart journalist and a loyal Long Islander, and she's here with us today. I think she has her phone set on video, right? Let's give Elizabeth Hashagen a big thank you for what she does for all of us. Now, at Newsday, they use all of their platforms, channels, and resources to get us the trusted information that we need most. In print, online, through video, through social media, live events, and documentaries, Newsday's coverage has been deep, thorough, and responsible. Let's take a quick look at a 1-minute montage put together by Newsday's video team. Just watch the monitors right here.
We have reverse isolation rooms behind you, which are rooms specifically for people who have infectious disease, but there are many more people with infectious disease than there are rooms. Right now we have 77 patients in the ED, right? So this is nothing compared to the 100 that we had on average last week. But still, I told you we had 50 beds, so we're beyond our capacity.
Nassau County reporting 20 straight days of a decrease in coronavirus hospitalizations, meeting the 14-day benchmark.
Some Long Islanders tell me they want to see the economy reopening as soon as possible.
Everybody needs to get back to work. We need to get the economy rolling again.
We waited this long. Is another week going to kill us now?
Of the too many things Brenda from Mineola has to worry about these days, one question haunts her the most. Will things ever be normal again?
I don't think so. I mean, it's getting worse.
Are you eating?
Yeah, I'm eating. Sometimes, when I have.
Our new governor, Hochul, she on her first day mandated masks in schools.
The idea of us going into a building knowing that this Delta variant is rising in numbers and not protecting every single person to the best of our ability, it would be a fallacy.
I'm sure you've all noticed that in the paper and online, Newsday has been publishing town-by-town statistics on infection and vaccination rates and continues to do this every day. Newsday's complete coverage of pandemic-related healthcare, public policy, education, and business continues to help all of us make sense, make decisions, and keep our families safe. In a confusing sea of rumors and misinformation, the trusted information that we get from Newsday every day is a lifeline. I'd like to give a shout out to Newsday editor Debbie Henley, and some of Debbie's Newsday colleagues are here with us today. Calvin Lawrence, Dale Cole, Kim Como, please stand up. Let's give them a big thank you. And thank you for what Newsday does for all of us. Navigating this pandemic has certainly been tough and continues to be. Staying informed has never been more important. So today we are saying thanks to both News 12, Long Island, and Newsday for keeping us informed through this pandemic with something that we all need, trusted information. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you to News 12 and Newsday. As we've gone through this difficult week of remembrance as a country, we are reminded that the goodwill of our fellow citizens can shine brightly even in the face of great tragedy. The United Way helps harness the goodwill and the resources of Long Islanders and directs it to the corners of our island that need it most, from the Cross Island Parkway to the lighthouse at Montauk. Leading us in these efforts is our United Way President and CEO. Please welcome Teresa Rignante.
Thank you, Dave. I'm really here to announce the, I don't know if that's 100 yards or 200 yards in that pool, but what a beautiful pool, and maybe we'll have that contest later on. I think National Grid, two of their employees, where is Keith? Keith, where are you standing? And your compadre, Alyssa, you all need to stand, Alana, because they came dressed for a pool party. That's the attire. Listen, I want to share my gratitude with each and every person who's really joined us here today, and we thank the staff at the Crest Hollow, very well deserved. The United Way team, despite 5 computers crashing, no electric yesterday, the marketing team really pulled this event out. I want to thank Deborah, Scott, Irene, and Sean, and the whole team for really giving us this fantastic day. Thank you very much. Our board members, working side by side with this great group, we are grateful as a staff. They've opened so many doors for success. Alex Bateman has been our chair for 3 years. That's 1 year longer than he signed up for. We've really gone through a journey together. And Alex, thank you so much for guiding the ship successfully for the United Way this past year. Let's give our chairman a round of applause. In spirit, I would like to thank and recognize that the United Way of Long Island this past year lost 3 board members. And all 3 women were extraordinary. Virginia Umbright worked with the Pileski family at First Investors. She passed of COVID not too long ago. We miss Ronnie Rankin. Ronnie was a 30-year board member with United Way. We lost Ronnie just in this past April. And Lorraine Aycock, many of you know Lorraine. Lorraine passed away a little more than a year ago. She lost her life to cancer. And, I just feel and I know that those 3 women are looking down here today, and they did convince the Almighty, whoever the Almighty is, whoever your God is, give the United Way a great day. They're looking out for us, and thank you for the beautiful day, ladies. Thank you. Rest in peace. Certainly, Bethpage Federal Credit Union, our title sponsor for 12 years. That's 12 years times $75,000. That's a lot of investment just to this organization. Millions upon millions of dollars that they've invested in communities all across Long Island. I don't know, I didn't see my dear friend Linda Arman, but I see Linda Nicolino. Linda is our first vice chair of our board, and she will become behind Dan Eichhorn from PSEG as soon as Alex decides he's had enough. I'm not sure if he's decided that yet, but but thank you to Bethpage, and joining Bethpage, our education sponsor, Suffolk Transportation Service, our financial stability sponsor, Flushing Bank, and our health sponsor, Magna Care. Let's give all 3 of those top leaders a round of applause. Their investment is extraordinary. And leading the way in our energy efficiency impact work, we thank Bird Bus Sales and Service. Thank you, Bird Bus Sales. Our gratitude supporters, Geico and National Grid. Our excellent sponsors, Garfunkel Wild PC and USI. And we have a list of compassion sponsors, starting with AIG, Main Street Financial Group, Naraki Smith LLP, Newsday, People's United Bank, PSEG Long Island, Rivkin Radler LLP, Ruskin Moscow Faltachek, Lexitas Court Reporting, PM Legal, and eLaw. Please take a look in your program for the acknowledgement of all our generous supporters, raising more than $500,000 just in sponsorships. Thanks so much to each and every one of you for the impact that you make. Let's give them a round of applause. So certainly, as we know, 18 months ago, the world changed in a way for us collectively that no one could imagine. And today, United Way of Long Island is more resilient and has grown in its impact because of your support. In April 2020, the Bank of America with the New York Jets gave $500,000 to start our United Together campaign for our COVID response program. The response fund has generated more than $4 million, and it is the backbone of support that helped thousands of unemployed people in the early dark days of the pandemic. In the fall of 2020, we turned our attention to our seniors across this region and established a Safe at Home initiative. I'm not sure if you could see on the monitors our Safe at Home partners, but you know, we went through a good 9-month period and visited about 20,000 seniors in their residence and did everything from connecting them to their family to making sure medication was available, that their doctor's appointments were made, that they got air ventilation systems in their homes. We as an organization really turned ourselves upside down with the staff, and everybody had a second and third job, and no one in our operation was remote. We had to come in. And again, the staff deserves a lot of you are standing, but maybe you can jump up and down. So the staff really deserves an outstanding ovation and a round of applause for their effort. I'm hoping that you could see the screen because this tribute is extraordinary. And I invite our friends over to the west to leave some waffles and chicken and come on over. We turn our attention to this screen for this fabulous tribute from America's Got Talent finalists, the Northwell Health Nurses Choir. And with that piece, the marketing team has done a montage of photos recapping our response with COVID.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Northwell Health Nurse Choir, we are so delighted to join you at the Live United celebration to share our message.
Northwell Health has had a long-time partnership with United Way of Long Island in helping families stay healthy. As nurses, we certainly know how critically important this is, especially for those who are vulnerable.
United Way has been there to ensure that seniors, families with newborns, and even healthcare professionals receive the help they need.
As you honor those who have made a significant impact and all of those who have led the way and raised the hope and spirits of our neighbors, congratulations, and we thank you.
Long Island, be well and stay safe.
So what a special tribute, and you know, the photos from the North Shore to the South Shore, I don't know how many pizza boxes you saw delivered to those hospitals, but I think I picked up, unfortunately, 20 pounds throughout the year and a half, working hard to get back to the other side. But we had an ability to prop up some small businesses along the way, and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that we spent in helping those businesses stay on track and deliver the food to the hospital network. And a lot of our friends in the healthcare system were able to bring food home. So not only feeding them in the hospital, we did thousands of pizza kits that they took home to their families. And if they had 10 or 15 minutes to stay, with the young children and really do something fun, because fun wasn't necessarily in anybody's vocabulary for that whole entire time. So the pictures speak volumes of the work that was done. We have a lot of agencies that the United Way supports to help us to do that impact work. And congratulations to this choir who's really captured the hearts and minds of the country. I'm not sure if they're still the semifinalists or they in the contest, out of the contest, but they're Long Island's own, so congratulations to Northwell. We were fortunate in June to have a virtual salute for heroes, and we had 275 people nominated, and we've selected 3 tributes to share with you. Tanya Simmons, I know you're from PSEG, and Tanya's in customer service, did a lot going back and forth to Harlem to pick up medication for people that were customers for PSEG. Luis Mendez, a community leader, mounted an effort to feed 60,000 people in Nassau County as a community advocate with a group of volunteers. And Jim Brangan, I'm not sure, Jim, if you're with us, but I was told you're here, who is a critical care helicopter medic with Northwell. And to see the pictures of Jim and how they've stood up in a crisis, helped our neighbors, and they really stand out with their acts of kindness. So let's give those 3 a round of applause. Now we're going to turn our attention to take a look at a piece from Inside Edition, featuring a hero among all heroes, Robert B. Reed, who gave his life to his work.
I think he's down there.
If there's a story on Inside Edition that made headlines, it had Bob Reed's fingerprints all over it.
Buckle your seatbelts.
For 30 years, Bob has been a cherished member of the Inside Edition family. He headed up our show's award-winning investigative unit and was managing editor for overall news coverage. His focus these past 10 months has been covering the coronavirus pandemic. But on December 18th, the news story he'd been covering hit home when Bob was diagnosed with COVID-19. Bob Reed was much more than just a first-class journalist. He was a mentor and dear friend to so many of us at Inside Edition. A devoted family man, for 36 years, he was with the love of his life, his wife, Michelle. And good luck finding a father more proud of his kids than Bob was of Tyler and Casey. Bob brought the tenacity he had in his reporting to his fight with the virus. But Saturday morning, that battle ended. He had just turned 60. A fund has now been set up, the Robert B. Reed Memorial Fund, part of United Way of Long Island, to provide emergency financial assistance to families whose lives have been forever changed because of COVID-19. That is so Bob Reed. We're going to miss our dear friend very much.
Can I ask Michelle Reed and her son Tyler to join me at the stage? And I know Casey, their daughter, is joining us by a Zoom link, but come on up. Michelle and Tyler. This is a West Islip family, just down the road from where I live, and I grew up in West Islip. And John Corrado, who couldn't be here today, but I know Suffolk Transportation, a lot of people with us, John connected me to Michelle very quickly after her husband had passed through his sister, who's an in-law to the family. And, in that moment, for this family to do what they've done in Bob's really legacy, and I've gotten to know him just posthumously, honestly, from even today. I went out to the South Shore. I know where the boat goes back and forth on the bay, and every time I give a speech, I just try to prepare for an hour in, with no one around, no 15 and 16-year-olds, and who's got to get out the door. And saw the boats go by, and I thought of your husband, and because that's what he did when he had some time. And they've really done something fantastic with this memorial fund. that the family has established the fund, still continues to raise money for Bob's legacy and his impact, and to support so many people across Long Island with COVID. Your children and you have helped, countless of people, and I want you to meet on the screen, although you can't see, if you're in front of the screen, you can see the Dorico family. And all of you can look at the screen, if we can go to that, from the Dorico family, 4 young girls, Zakaria, Nene, Lacey, and Yanni. We actually took this shot at the South Shore where Nikki's Clam Bar is, on the bay. These 4 young women lost their mother in November. Zakaria is 20 years old. She's got 3 younger sisters. She's trying to hold the life together for 4 of them. Mother died of COVID complications with diabetes. They're a Bayshore family. I see the girls at least every other day because when I drop my daughter off at the high school, I see them walking up 2nd Avenue and I pick them up and swing back around and take them to school. Of course I do. And I think the generosity that you've shown this family, the fund has helped first with the burial expenses of Mom, transportation for the girls to get back and forth to work, food every month because their Social Security benefits don't cover what 4 girls eat. They get about $400 a month, so we blend in about $600 a month for them. And certainly mental health counseling for them as a family, because the oldest of 20 now has to be Mom. Very tough when you have a 15, 16, and 18-year-old sister as well. So they're all alone in this world. There are no dads. Her mom was adopted. There's no family. So your generosity is for sure keeping this family moving forward. And we are very grateful, and they are very grateful for the help that they've received. Your loss has created so many possibilities for families. So we thank you for your strength in turning your grief into light, honoring Bob's legacy. And let's give this family a round of applause. It's a little tribute, and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the families who you've really helped. These are the Dorico girls up top, and I know you're holding an event later on, I think early October, and we'll be there with you. But thanks so much for all that you have been able to inspire. Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you. So we're going to conclude with our Team Mission United. And representing, the United Way for the past 5 years has had placement in this annual New York City Marathon. And these participants raise funds for the United Way to help veterans in all our veterans programs. Each year we have a group of enthusiastic runners who take part in this 26.2 crazy race. With us today is Jason Sofuto here. I knew that was you. You look like a runner. Come on up here, Jason. You don't even have to run. Jason is a Navy veteran. In 2002, Jason began his career with the NYPD, the first graduating class after 9/11 terrorist attacks. He is now assigned to the Transit Bureau for Ceremonial Unit. Joining Jason is Alyssa Barossa. Alyssa, come on up. Alyssa is currently serving in the Air National Guard. Alyssa is a nurse assistant at Mather Hospital and is attending Suffolk Community College to receive her associate degree and to become an RN. Let's applaud these courageous first responders as we just marked the 20th anniversary of September 11th. We thank you both for your courage and your service to this country. Thank you. We're going to stay there for a minute because we're not going to embarrass you, but we're almost done, so. Okay. You're good. Please support the team by making a contribution of whatever it is in your purse, your pocket, but not the tissues, not the hand sanitizer. It's not let's make a deal. You have on the tables somewhere, I think there are some canisters, some mason jars. I see a couple around. If you don't have anything in your hand, in your pocket or wallet or purse that you think we might want as monetary, you certainly can leave your name and your email in that jar, and we'll send you the link to support our runners. We usually raise about $30,000 every year for our veterans across Long Island. Many need emergency financial assistance. Many need some help with housing, and that's the way that your investment is put to good use. You can also run alongside Jason and Alyssa because we have 2 spots open. And we've got 1 day to close those spots, 24 or 48 hours, Deborah tells me. The race is November 7th. That is the big day. So if you're interested, come up to the podium, or if you know someone's interested, other than me accosting everybody who runs up and down my block to see if they want to run, come on up front. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. We know it was an abbreviated program. I'm very, very honored that you've given us your attention, and your presence here really speaks volume in support of our collective impact. Thanks all, and enjoy the day, and enjoy the good food that's left, and everybody please stay safe and have a great afternoon. Thank you. All right, now you can go. Take a picture.